Yes, welcome back to another review. Today we have the Hm80 keyboard from Sikakeyb. So the Hm80 is a Hall effect board from Sikakeyb and it was sent out to me for review, but I'm going to be honest as always with this review, so don't worry about that. Let's get straight into the review of this board. You can see the case is not the top quality. It's made of plastic and not like aluminum like a lot of new boards coming out. However, the case is fine. It doesn't feel like extremely cheap. But as I said, like a bunch of the new boards releasing have like higher quality cases that weigh more. The board does include a weight on the back of the keyboard, which does help it, otherwise it would feel really light. So at least it's giving it some sort of weight. And the case also has 2 feet on the back so you can adjust the position. One thing I really dislike about it actually is this little groove here surrounding the case. This just attracts dust and dirt so easily. Like, you'll have to clean this thing every once in a while just because of like how easy it's going to get into that little groove there. But overall, it feels like kind of nice. It's using PBT dye sub keycaps and it feels nice and good quality. The keycaps, they feel quite nice. I would say they don't have any issues with consistency. They just feel nice to type on. The Hm80 comes with Gateron Jade Pro switches stock, which are of course Hall effect switches, and I must say these feel amazing stock. They're really lightweight and stable. They are single rail switches, but I don't feel any sort of wobble with them. They sound great out of the box, they're pre-lubed, and the sound profile is extremely nice. Here is the sound profile on the Hm80. So the board also comes with this screen top right and this light bar here. We'll show off that later, but I really enjoy these parts of the keyboard. So let's get into like the really important part of this board, which is the performance. And it's simply outstanding on the Hm80. It's extremely sensitive and fast, and it also has software you can download online. In the future, I would really like to see an online based software, but you can see inside of the software you can change the language and the light mode of how you prefer it quite easily. Inside of the software you can change the sensitivities of each key, and you can easily select to change them all at the same time. They provide presets of extreme, fast and normal, but you can also change each stroke to how you would like it. I would like to say this keyboard can become somewhat unusable if you put it on the fastest setting possible. It is that fast and sensitive that the slightest pressure or lift off of a key will just reset it. You can imagine doing this in like Valorant. If you're defusing the spike and you lift off the tiniest amount, you will just stop the defuse. So you've got to be careful. I wouldn't put it on the extremely fastest setting on everything on the lowest it can be. I use the extreme mode and it feels very fast and responsive, but I wouldn't go below that. Inside of the settings you can also change the lighting. There are lots of presets for the lighting, and you can also change the light bar you can see here as well. Changing the LED screen is also very easy. You can change the picture from one of the images they provide, or you can load your own into the software itself. I would say make sure you do what it says and pick the right resolution just so it fits very nicely. Here inside the box you get some extra keycaps and some extra switches if you need them, but also something I really like is the switch and keycap puller they provide. Now I absolutely loved this switch and keycap puller. Switching out the different switches and keycaps was just like a lot of fun using this, and it worked like really well. I also tested some of the other switches Gateron provided me with on the Hm80. Here are some sim tests of the Jade gaming switches and also the Jade Mac switches. One negative I would like to note about the HM80 is the cable it came with. After like one day, I started to notice that the keyboard would just disconnect on me, and I was actually getting quite frustrated because it would just happen randomly, like quite frequently. But as soon as I tested a different cable, it was fine. I used a different cable from another board I have. So I don't know if anyone else had this issue, but the cable it came with just kept disconnecting all the time on me. But overall, I think the HM80 is an extremely good Hall effect board. The speed of it is just insane and it works really effectively in gaming. But it also sounds really nice stock with the Jade Pros installed, so you get a really nice typing experience out of the box. I do think it could be higher quality with something like the case, and also the look, like the retro look, is not for everyone, I understand that, but simply from a gaming standpoint it's really good and fast and effective. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the HM80. I absolutely love this board. It's going to be my new main going forward, just because of how fast it is, and I really enjoy the typing experience of the Jade Pros.